Yo, what's going on, y'all? Yo, so a lot of my friends call me a kitchen witch because I like to go in the kitchen and play with like a bunch of different flavors. Like I like to do things my way. So I'm gonna bring you guys to my kitchen and I'm gonna play with some seasonings that I think about using. I use celery salt, chopped chives, I use ground cumin, use parsley, I use coriander, paprika, right here. I also use white pepper. I use black pepper. I use salt and garlic salt. And sometimes thyme, like if I'm doing something with mushrooms. So those are the spices. This is my
Who's that guy?
oh, don't mind him. But that's my spice line right there. I also like to use stuff like this, like sesame seed oil, soybean oil. I find that those oils are flavors that you taste. You know, you smell them and then you taste it on your tongue, but the smell is more stronger than the taste, so you kind of taste smell it, like that Free Willy movie. Out of all of these seasonings, if I wanted to fry them to make like a smothered something, I would use some salt, some white pepper. I can't see that. And a seasoning that I left out that a lot of people don't use as a seasoning is sugar. Sugar and spice make everything nice. So, a pinch of sugar. Pew! So, these are the spices that I would use. We have, before I mix it up, we have white pepper right here. Then we have black pepper. We have coriander and cumin. We have paprika, garlic salt, regular salt, and sugar. You know, we're trying to get this done in about maybe 30 minutes or less. So let's start the clock. We're going to mix all of those together. Now I got a plate full of spice. We're going to just go ahead and sprinkle that all over. I just saw something. What was that, hard piece of sugar? Yes, it is. We're going to push that out. We're going to take that. We're going to get that nice and moving. Something else that I like to add is hot sauce, whether I'm frying it or whatever, because hot sauce has a complete different taste when you cook it. So I'm going to go and grab one egg. Normally what I do is I separate the yolk from the egg, and I use the egg white like that. I put the yolk back in there. And then if I want to make like some butter sauce or something, then I would use the egg yolk in my sauce. But since we freestyling it right now, we kitchen witching it, you know, a little egg yolk won't hurt nobody. So we're gonna throw some egg yolk in there. The whole egg. We garden, and we can use this with the yolk, a little remnants inside of it. We can throw that in the garden. I'm gonna take this. We're gonna mash that up with the seasonings. So let me go get the hot sauce. And the hot sauce brand that I use, you guys, is Crystals. You know, it's just good stuff. I'm gonna add hot sauce, whatever. We just rough shake it, y'all. Don't be, you know, certain things I get, you know, seasoned and, you know, have your measurements, whatever thing, just rough it, like, you know what I'm saying? So now I got this egg juice around my pork chop. Boom. I'm feeling adventurous, and I'm looking in my cabinet, and I'm seeing the ham seasoning. This right here. Might as well add pork to the pork, right? Scratch that up in there a little bit. For all you guys that don't eat pork, I'm sorry, but I love it. So, you know, you got some people that's giving pork away, send it my way. I will gladly take it and kitchen witch it up. I love adding stuff. Normally, I would go and get some cornstarch, but we don't have cornstarch. I just used the last of it, making some chicken and broccoli, Chinese inspired. So instead of using cornstarch, I'm gonna use some flour. And this might seem weird, but I'm also gonna use a half a teaspoon of baking powder. Weird, right? And we're gonna mix that in there until we get a nice jelly. Okay, you see that? That's looking decent, but I like it like a nice little crust, and then right underneath that crust, a nice little juice of meat. That's not enough crust for me though. That's really, really thin. I'm gonna go ahead and take it and shake a little bit more flour because I want to dry it out a little bit more. Because I'm not going to throw this in grease, you guys. Normally I would fry this, but today we put this in the air fryer. That's looking kind of nice and cakey. Looking like something you see in the Chinese restaurant refrigerator. This is flour, so I'm just adding more just to see what'll happen. Since we kitchen witching it. Alright. Alright, it looks like we got a nice little crust. Now I'm gonna take some sesame seed oil. I'm just gonna drizzle that in there. That was a lot actually. But you know, whatever, it'll come out in the air fryer. Look at that, it's making a nice, it's actually sealing the coat onto the chop. So that look good to me. Y'all see that? That looks good to me. I like the way that looks. So let's see what else we can do. Pork chop with mashed potatoes and corn. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do, y'all. See, we just came up with the meal. This is what kitchen witching is all about. Now I'm gonna go to my toaster oven. Take some pork chops. They're not dripping, as you can see. There's no mess being left. You see that? That's when you know that you got a nice little gel around your thing. I'm gonna crowd this. Why? We kitchen witching. And we got this last one right in this corner right here. There we go. I should get like a nice, beautiful line on it. We're gonna try this together, y'all. And I'm just gonna make a nice, even coat so that I can make sure I have everything on these chops. And then I'm gonna rinse my hand because that was quite a bit. All right. Now we're gonna take this and we're gonna put this inside the oven. This is my little air fryer. Cuisine on it. So I'm gonna set this, frying temperature is normally like 350, 375. I'm gonna set it at 350 degrees. All right, you guys, so we're gonna come back in 15 to 20 minutes. We'll see how it comes out. So here we go. Just turn my flame on high. So I start out with some butter. Normally, I would have some garlic on hand. So let's see if we have garlic on hand. I do not see garlic. Add garlic to the list. Now I want to keep this butter going. What I'm going to do instead of adding garlic, I'm going to add some celery salt. We're going to sprinkle celery salt. You see how my butter is starting to turn that brownish color and fizz up? Now I'm going to add my milk. I'm going to add a turn of black pepper. That's it. Just a few turns. Just a splash of white pepper. And because I'm using white pepper, a pinch of sugar. That'll be fine for the whole dish. Now this is gonna start to boil up. You see what it's doing? I'm gonna take it off for a second. Now notice I didn't add any more salt to this. I just added sugar and white pepper. Let's do a little bit of that now. Let's do that now. That much. That much. Spin that in there. I like the way that tastes. That tastes slamming actually. We just made some new potatoes up. Heavily dumped. Boom. And just like bread, I'm gonna turn this down like I'm cooking rice. And I'm gonna slow stir this till I get all of that water. See how dry that got so quickly? I'm gonna do it just like I'm kneading bread so I can get all the lumps out. See that? I'm cooking all of those lumps out the potato. Some people are like, oh my God, that's too thick. Oh my God, I don't know what you doing. Listen, heifer. Then I create a little cup in the middle. And now I add water. And I'm just doing enough water to fill the middle. And I'm bringing everything to the middle just like I would do bread. Just to get the water thick. Okay. And we're getting there, you guys. Some people are like, oh, just follow directions, add to this. Nope, we kitchen witching it. You gotta do it like how you do it in Charms, baby. Look, and we still got that smooth consistency. So now I'm gonna make another hole. I think that's gonna be it, you guys. Look at the consistency of the potatoes. You see? They're fluffy. They're not mad hard. They're not too hard. That's the consistency for gravy. I think I might mix some of that too. All right. Now I put mad water in this because I'm gonna let this sit while the rest of the food is cooking. Look at that. Yep, there we go. I can shape it. We're gonna go check on the pork chops. So we're gonna pull these bad boys out and see if we have to put it in for a little longer or not. Wow. That looks amazing. I have to touch it with my hand. I may have to just separate it a little bit right here. That is nice and golden brown. So we're gonna do that, put that back in there. Do this with gloves, you guys, don't burn yourselves. I'm gonna turn this thing now to warm setting. All right, and I'm gonna put that on another 10 minutes, just to warm and relax a little bit. While we do that, I'm gonna get back to these potatoes. All right, so when you guys weren't looking, I went and I threw some salt and pepper on top of this. Just gonna fold that in because I like it to be I like for you to taste some flavor and dig your spoon inside the mashed potato and get that burst of flavor, like ooh. And that's that. So now what I'm gonna do is take these steam boots. First of all, let me turn this thing on because I still feel the heat. So we're gonna throw this in the microwave for 5 minutes. So that's really happening right there, you guys. Put that on high. I'm gonna throw some butter in there. The other half of the stick that we used earlier. All right, you guys, so my butter is starting to go. So I'm gonna take some olive oil too. And I also got some more sesame oil because I want the flavors to complement each other. We'll pour that right on in there. This is a gravy I'm making, y'all. You see all that grease that is created? I want that. That's what I'm looking for. All that oil. You take some parsley flakes. Throw some parsley flakes in there. Now I'm gonna add a splash of salt. And now what I'm gonna do is cook this flour. Cook this flour in this greasy stuff I made. I'm gonna just sprinkle a little bit of garlic salt in here. And that's the flavor we're looking for real. Boom. You see how I'm starting to get that crustiness at the bottom? You see how that's starting to happen? Just keep your flour moving. You see how it's browning up a little bit, you guys? That's how you do it. The flour is starting to cook. The darker the better. But you see how dark that just got? I think that's where we want it. So now I'm gonna add some water. Just keep it going. I'm gonna add some more water. And as you keep on cooking it, it starts to look more and more like gravy. Now when I add the water, I'm looking for my smoothness now. So now at this point I add a sizable amount of water. I'm actually okay with this gravy the way it is. Now I'm gonna slow that down. That's what we're looking for. A smooth gravy, a nice creamy smooth gravy. All right, so everything is done. So now let me plate this for you guys and show you how the end product should look. The gravy has a nice consistency. I did like a little pattern right there. I didn't put any parsley on it, but you know what? And some parsley.
Hey you guys, thanks for watching. So don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe for more content like what you seen today. And don't forget to check out our other channel, Anthony and Brandon's No Big Deal. See you guys soon.